It's an exciting day. Welcome back to my channel, it's Garrett Cadet, and today is the debut of Swedish House Mafia's new single, It Gets Better. It's their first single since their debut international success hit, Don't You Worry Child, featuring John Martin, an absolute classic and something Swedish House Mafia's legacy has kind of been built on. And I've gotten a couple requests and people reaching out. It's like, are you gonna say something? What's gonna happen? Yeah, I'm ready to do this. It's a video that I'm nervous about and very excited for because there's a lot to discuss. I think Swedish House Mafia has been loved and hated a lot because of the hype. The hype means big expectations, and my expectations are fairly high, given that Axwell, Sebastian Grasso, and Steve Angelo are all very, very talented producers, and it's been a long time. There's a Billboard article that just came out this morning, if you're watching this on July 15th. It's a great read. It details everything you need to know about Swedish House Mafia and what their plans are, and there is an album coming. The album will be called Paradise Again and is expected in late 2021. Also in that Billboard article, Steve Angelo said that there's enough music for a couple albums to come. And everything that I thought was going to be planned for this album and this revival of Swedish House Mafia yet again is not kind of how I expected it to go. Through the Billboard article, they do say that it's not about streaming. It's not about dominating this digital age and getting a lot of airplay. They're just creating an album that they're proud of, and a lot of music hasn't come out because of a lot of issues with record labels, timing of certain events around the world, as I'm sure you can assume what that is, and yeah, getting stuck on their perfectionism, being perfect about everything that they create, and they're just ready to release new music and get it out there, and I cannot wait for that. So let's get into it. I'm only gonna play segments or cut it up because the Mafia will come after me, but let's get going. I'm so excited. First new song since 2012, 9 years. Let's hit play. Whoa. I like this. A lot of feelings. It's different. There's I feel like it could be one of those songs that grow on you. I felt like the intro, I felt like that was gonna go in a different direction. I think they got the vocals right. It sounds nice and it sounds like their production. I feel like there's certain signatures still in their productions, even like the long break, like that. That I would almost identify with a Swedish House Mafia or even Axwell and Grasso, Steve Angelo. And I would just kind of identify that as, you know, like I said, a signature. wow, it's very different. And again, to meet my expectations, I didn't know what to expect. And I think as a fan of anything where you have a lot of fond memories and you've enjoyed a certain sound for a decade now, you are very nostalgic and love a particular sound that you fell in love with. And that's certainly true with Swedish House Mafia, as we knew them as like this big room act and this main stage act. But I like that it's different. You know, I don't know if it's one of my favorite tracks I've heard lately, but I think I gotta admire the experimentation of the track. It's unique. It's hopefully what Swedish House Mafia is now. I'd love to see an act that isn't afraid to do anything when it comes to sound, when it comes to just what Swedish House Mafia is. And I wonder if this is their new sound or if every track's going to be a little different. When you have 3 producers of Swedish House Mafia, it's going to be very interesting what they come up with. And this was their first track. And I think if you kind of look at the progression of Axel and Grasso and their release discography, it kind of got started with, I would say, not their best track, but it just kind of to revive the name, revive the brand, and I want to listen to it again. I'll come back. This might be my favorite part. There's gonna be a really good remix of this. Okay, listening to it for a second time, you start to identify or you start to hear certain things. There's definitely a presence of a cowbell with the first drop. Between the first and second drops, they're very different. I think I like the first drop better. The second drop's definitely punchier and I think would play maybe a little better live, maybe. Yeah, but it's something that I'm gonna really have to take in, and I'm going to listen to it a lot over the next couple days, and I might vlog over the next week just to see how this plays out in the online reaction. If I'm going to guess, I'm gonna guess that the online reaction will be negative. I hope it's not, but I think a lot of people love what they were, and that's not who they are anymore. And I think a lot of artists in electronic dance music have definitely changed their sound drastically, and it's hurt a lot of fans from years ago. If you think of Tiesto or Armin van Buuren, just as a couple names, it definitely is divisive for fans. But I think they've always done something unique. They've always been uniquely Swedish House Mafia, pioneers of a certain sound, of a certain marketing and advertising of how they promote themselves as a brand and their music. Again, it's not, I don't have like a stellar reaction to this track, but there's a new album on the way, so well, I think I'll do this with every Swedish House Mafia release and just see and just do a reaction to it, because I think this is what people like on my channel, and I'm going to enjoy this journey of Swedish House Mafia. And I brought props. I brought props of just because I didn't know how this video was gonna go, but I still have my Swedish House Mafia shirt. I don't know if this was from the One Last Tour event, but I still have it. It's kind of like one of those sports jerseys or kits that you don't really wear, but you keep them anyways. They're kind of like a memory, and this Swedish House Mafia is gone. It's gone. And I'm not upset about it, because I think if any artist is going to take a 10-year hiatus, it's going to be different. And you know what? I'm actually kind of excited for what else is to come, because, you know, it's got to be different. And I feel like some media outlet's going to use this, but it gets better, and I'm sure their album will too. If I had to rate the track, I don't know. I don't feel like it's one song that you listen to on repeat. I think I will listen to it on repeat today, but for this first listen or reaction, it's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of different ideas on the track. Yeah, it's tough to say how I feel, because I don't know how it makes me feel. I think you get like the fan inside you of like, oh, this is nothing like what they used to make or what their until now EP sounded like. But I think as a music person, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. As a fan, I'm more confused and conflicted of how I feel about it. But as a fan of music, and definitely someone who likes to listen to a wide variety of different electronic genres, it's interesting. It's interesting, and I think it'll be interesting to see what other artists seem to think of it. I think a lot of producers will praise them, and online they might face some heat. But when you've hyped a comeback and reunion for this long, that's expected. But there's a new album on the way. Their It Gets Better first single, and I think it's probably the first single off their new album, is out now. It is half an hour since it's been released. I have not looked at any tweets or anything online about it. And you know what? I don't want to, because I don't want to be influenced by their people's opinions about it. So I'm going to keep it that way. And tell me what you think, what you thought it was going to be, what you expected from Swedish House Mafia after this long. And I know that they've recorded with Pusha T and a lot of different artists, so I knew it was going to be different, but this is different. Again, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I'd be more upset if they sounded more generic, mainstream, commercial dance than what they put out now. So I'm happy about this. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy about this. Surprised. Might be pleasantly surprised. It sounds very simple. Okay, that's it for this video. If there's more new music, I think there's a new Verwest single as well, Tiesto's Alias, that I want to listen to today. It won't be in this video, it might be in next video. Oh, no, sorry, that comes out on Friday. Today's not Friday because Swedish House Mafia releases music on Thursdays and not Fridays. That really confused me when I got a message this morning. It's like, hey, you gonna do a video? Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's today. Of course it is. SHM does it differently. Okay, I'm gonna end this. It's dragging on. Thanks for watching. Again, let me know what you think, and subscribe to this channel, because you will be doing more Swedish House Mafia content and dance music content, as I found the upload button again. And probably a new mix, probably next week. Not Swedish House Mafia related, but thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.